Folks, if you want to learn how to wrench but don't want to take a high risk, these are your running vehicles, so it can only go downwards from here. We have an honorable mention on this list that I can't wait to tell you about. Stay tuned. The Chevy Equinox for $900. Folks, they claim it runs and drives fine, so it's a good vehicle to start with. They do claim that there's a check engine light for a thermostat sensor. That might be a coolant temp sensor, just the thermostat itself. A really solid starter project because every vehicle is eventually gonna fail a thermostat, so start with this one. Next up, a 2001 BMW X5 going for $800. Folks, this is as easy as it gets. It needs a new key fob. So you might have to go to eBay on that one. They got some that'll self-reprogram and things like that. They do state it needs a battery, like many that we've mentioned before. Bring your battery. If it doesn't start, then go back home.
Key fob might be half the cost of the car.
Yeah, it will be. How about a 1998 Honda Civic for $750? They say it runs fine, the engine is healthy, but the clutch does not grab. You don't need complex tools, you don't need a transmission jack, you can do this stuff by hand. Those transmissions, the clutch assemblies are not super heavy, so it's a really good starter project at doing something more complex. How about a Subaru Impreza for $600 that, guess what, needs another clutch. They go really, really cheap if the battery is going out, and those are things you can replace as well, but even easier is a clutch. So if you want to learn how to wrench, or if you want to get into flipping cars, this is a really good starter one for that.
The clutch is very standard operating procedure, well documented on YouTube for almost every single car down the road.
Folks, my favorite one on the list, it's a 2000 Honda Civic. As reliable as it gets. This one's a little bit rougher shape, going for $400. Owner states blown transmission. That's a little bit more in depth, but the work is the same between replacing transmission and replacing clutch. One has to come out to replace the other anyways. But here's the funny thing that you can see in the posting. They have all kinds of tools along with the vehicle. They have a jack, they have jack stands, they have 4 bags of tools, and they're selling everything. I've never seen a for sale post with as much information. So you might not even have to buy any of your own tools. This is a really as good of a starter as it gets. Hey, I'm tired of working on this. Have the car, have my tools, get out of my face.
Hopefully they're not Harbor Freight jack stands.
Yeah, well, for $400, including the car, I don't know what they are, man. Maybe you're praying for Harbor Freight. That was a lot of fun to discuss. Do you have any other video ideas that we should talk through? Let us know in the comments. Glad to hear from you.